Renewable energy, the new direction for powering our lives. Wind, water, and solar energy are hot topics in this regard, but biogas is steadily overtaking these sources for its inexpensive, storable, profit-generating, and inexhaustible characteristics. Biogas generation not only yields electricity, but also high market value resources such as heat, raw water, and fertilizer. Natural Power International offers superior biogas systems in terms of maximized power generation, lifespan, land use footprint, operation safety, and profitability. Natural Power efficiently harvests the power produced from digestion of organic material in wastewater. Organic matter comprises of fats, proteins, and carbohydrates, which are made up of 4 elements: carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen. Organic matter digestion releases these elements, which Natural Power harvests as biogas. This process is applicable to all forms of agricultural waste. Biogas production potential in Southeast Asia is enormous due to a high concentration of agro-industries. Natural Power systems achieve a highly competitive efficiency and a 3-stage process. To illustrate the system, we'll follow the process of a complete modular system for processing palm oil mill effluent. Palm is cooled to 40 degrees Celsius in a cooling pond and then is pumped into the first module of the reactor chain, which begins a 3-step process. This first reactor, called the ACSTR, breaks down easily digestible organic compounds such as sugars and fats, which generates about 75% of total biogas. An efficient stirring system combined with its optimized internal environment allows for a significantly reduced hydraulic retention time of only 8 days. For example, a 6,000 cubic meter ACSTR can process a typical palm volume of 60 tons per hour of fresh fruit bunches. The ACSTR integrates optimized mixing and sludge removal systems to ensure a full and uninterrupted reactor performance. All maintenance work is done externally, allowing reactors to run continuously at a full capacity for the entire life cycle. This reactor breaks down difficult to digest organic matter, such as waxes and complex fats. The AUASB accumulates a very high concentration of bacteria at the bottom of the reactor from concentrated CSTR sludge, thus creating a continuous, intense digestion environment that can break down waxes and fats. This optimized digestion environment and high bacteria concentration reduces retention time to only 1 day. This extremely compact reactor design boosts overall biogas production by 10%. A CPO mill at the typical 60 ton per hour fresh fruit bunch capacity requires only an 800 cubic meter UASB reactor. The HCSR is fed by effluent from the UASB process and solid press cake from the oil extraction process of the CPO mill. The residual 70% moisture content of the press cake provides an ideal substrate to augment biogas production. The HCSR handles fluids with high solid content of up to 15%. A specialized agitation system in the reactor forcefully mixes the liquid effluent and the press cake for 10 days, producing an average of 2,000 cubic meters of biogas per day. The remaining digested sludge is processed in a dewatering machine to accelerate the solids and water separation, greatly reducing space requirements for storing and drying wet sludge on the production site. The dry sludge is easily stored without the threat of fouling the environment, and it retains the same fertilizing strength as untreated sludge because minerals and nitrogen content are preserved. Remaining water is now clean and can be directly recycled into a natural environment or used for irrigation for other processes. For power generation, Natural Power integrates only top-market gas-powered generating systems, such as GE Henbacher and Caterpillar, to provide uninterrupted power generation. To date, Executive Director of Operations Mr. Kiat Pakti has successfully designed and installed nearly 40 large-scale biogas plants for agro-industry companies. The accumulated knowledge and skill from his experience have resulted in a biogas system with 25-year lifespans. The strength, durability, and minimal maintenance requirements of Natural Power systems reduce production costs for owners, enhance production profitability and efficiency, and preserve the health of our environment. Natural Power, building advanced investment opportunities through eco-friendly solutions. Renewable energy is the world's next frontier for power generation, and biogas is a leading source of its power. Natural Power system development and operations are led by Mr. Wilapan Kiatpakdi, Head of Project Development and Technology. Mr. Kiatpakdi is the founder of Natural Power Thailand and has over 20 years of experience in green energy solutions. He is the president of the Biogas Advisory Union of Thailand and is a member of the National Biogas Dissemination Program in livestock farms for renewable energy and environment control. Generating biogas from wastewater treatment has been around for several years. The current perception of wastewater is that it's a costly side product of plant operations.
We found that this technology is very useful for the people, because of this technology can go to manage waste, which normally the people they think it is not useful because they call waste, and this technology can go to manage that waste, organic waste, to produce biogas.
This resulted in development of first-generation biogas systems that focus on wastewater treatment, which are membranes covering sludge lagoons to capture methane.
The name is quite clear. It's cover lagoon. It means you have lagoon. In the previous, you might produce gas and release into the environment. And you cover lagoon, it means that you put something cover on the lagoon. But normally the lagoon, you need very big surface area because of the lagoon have very low efficiency. Normally the sludge or the bacteria, they have is higher than the water. So normally the bacteria will go down to the bottom of the lagoon. But when you feed the wastewater pass through the lagoon, mostly the wastewater will go on the top. So less of the activity between bacteria and wastewater, they can meet together.
First-generation biogas systems aim mainly at meeting wastewater effluent standards as set forth by national policy regulations. However, Natural Power saw potential for developing these systems into a robust power-generating resource. The result of their insight is the modular biogas system, which focuses on maximizing biogas output and meeting top industry standards for reliability and safety.
In our philosophy, we try to make bacteria and wastewater meet together as much as is possible. So we design the system like a normal nature, the same as us. If we eat everything, so we can take the solid out and also the liquid out. So our stomach is still empty to fulfill to digest our food.
Natural Power sludge drainage system is a key part of the system's efficiency. Via a hopper, a portion of the inert sludge is transferred to drying boxes to begin the fertilizer process. The other portion is piped to subsequent reactors for further biogas generation. The sludge removal system allows reactors to run continuously with no downtime. Natural Power systems offer a one-stop solution to wastewater treatment, energy production, profit-making resource generation, and environmental regulation compliance.
So our philosophy is that we try to make the system fit to our customer, not to
My name is Ingo Rösinger. My function towards Natural Power is of a double nature. I'm on the one hand looking after financing and structuring deals for the company, and I play part as a role of an investor in Natural Power. We searched for quite a bit in the market before we decided for Natural Power. When you assess biogas systems for investors and for plant owners as well, you always come up with three main points which are driving the return on investment. These are the downtimes, it's the efficiency, and it's running costs / lifespan. And in all these points, Natural Power convinced us. The biogas industry faces a few issues causing downtime. It's sludge, which is a part of the matter of the biogas matter. It is corrosion, and it's interruptions from overhauling times. For example, Natural Power with sludge, they have a good sludge removal system, this is proven. They have a gas mixing unit instead of a moving metal part, so there is no chance for corrosion on these parts. And they have storage capacity for the time that the system or the generator is overhauled. And it's needless to say that the system is from all sides easily accessible if there is a malfunction. When we look at efficiency, I'm happy to say that the NP plants produce way above expectations and industry average. We assume that it is coming from the perfect gas mixing system, and it's coming from the way the different reactors are aligned in a row. We learned that the running costs are around 20 to 30% below the others. We have here tested and found out that the modular system is one reason for that. It's made of concrete, so there's not a lot to say about lifespan. The system is nearly undestroyable. And that is important for the owner of such a plant because they can use it for 10, 20 or more years. Most important, we feel ourselves as a one-stop service provider to the project owner. Hence, the project owner does not have to assign large capacities to the deal and can focus on his core business. And we are doing all the steps of the project for him, and this comprises of financing or structuring the financing. It is the development of the project, the implementation, and these are regulatory matters such as the application of carbon credits. We are able to provide complete turnkey solutions. Build, own, operate, transfer, it's often called BOOT, or just plain consultancy services, generating design, development, implementation of the project, and training of the people for operations. All these different services have different benefits to the project owner. In BOT, sometimes we are able to bring together interested investors with the project owner, and this results often in corporations beyond these of the biogas plant. We have an IRR of 25%. We have a quick payback period. We have an emerging market for renewable energy and one of the best frameworks around. And what I want to highlight as well compared to Europe is the fact that here we deal with real waste. We do not have an own price for the waste. That means we do not have volatility margins, and that is very important. The investment is around $10 million US, and we really used top-notch equipment. This plant is industrial standard. The annual profit will rank around $3.5 million US. So this equates in a payback period of 3 to 3.5 years. Having said this, NP is a high-end solution provider. The NP technology requires estimately 10 to 20% higher capital expenditure compared to those of cheaper solutions. But according to the very good gas production that technology provides, the higher capital expenditure will be compensated within only a few months. And after this point in time, the picture turns, and then NP is the better solution, and it generates comfortable rates for the investor. This is especially compared to covered lagoons. On top of that comes the very long lifespan. And this altogether makes NP plants a very profitable deal for investors and project owners.